Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of this channel called Patrick the Runner. My name is Patrick Sheridan, and as always I'm here to talk about running. So this week again I wanted to show you all another one of my track sessions which I am using hopefully to prepare for the indoor season. I have a couple of 800 and 1500 meter races now scheduled in for early in the new year, and I'm going to talk to you a wee bit more about those in the video. But as I've said before, my main goal is to run close to, or as close to as possible, if not under 3 minutes and 50 seconds for the 1500 meters. And for the 800 meters, I think I would like to run around the 155 mark or perhaps a bit under that. So those are the two goals, and the sessions over the next couple of weeks are going to be tailored to those two goals. And this is probably the last speed session that I'm going to show on the channel for a while, just because I think I'll show a couple of different videos over the next few weeks. But obviously I will document the races that I'm doing, and those will probably be videos. But I think for now this session might be the last middle distance specific session that I'm going to show for another month or two, probably, just because there's other things that I want to talk about and other topics that I want to get into. One of which, actually, I should say, is that sometime in January, I know I have spoken about this before, but I am going to get some testing, some lab testing, where I can get an idea of what my lactate threshold paces actually are, what my VO2 max is, and basically just where my fitness is at. And hopefully that will help me inform my training, and then also inform you guys about maybe how you could go about getting one of these tests, and then what you can do with the information that you're given. So just before moving on, again, please do keep liking the videos if you've been enjoying them. Please do keep leaving your questions in the comment section below, and please do subscribe if you haven't already done so. But a big thank you to everyone who's been tuning in so far, and I hope you enjoy the session, and yeah, I'll see you on the track. Hello everyone, and I'm here again at the Bangor track on a Friday night. So after last week's session, I've decided that I'm going to do another race specific session, preparing me for the 8 and 1500 meter races that I have coming up in January. I actually now have 2 races scheduled in. So on the Saturday the 6th of January I have an 800 meter race in Dublin, and on the 14th of January I have a 1500 meters. So the 800 meters is coming up first, but I'm basically preparing for both of the events simultaneously. So each session, I'm hoping, is going to help me in both those events. So tonight, I suppose you could say this is more geared towards the 1500, but really it's a speed endurance session again. And what I'm going to be doing is 4x600 off 5 minutes. So the reason that recovery is so long is because the 600s are going to be all out, and I'm going to try to do those at 1500 meter race pace, which is hopefully going to be about 92 seconds, give or take a second or two, but hopefully I won't be too far away from that. And the idea is that I can run 492s, and then that'll really give me a good stimulus to improve, and also will really hopefully get me into race shape so that I'm able to run 3 3/4 laps of the track for the 1500 at about 61 second pace. So that's the hope. And I'm just about to go into my warm-up now. Then I'm going to do the strides and stretches again, and the stretches and strides, and then we're going to get started. So let's see how I get on. I did actually recover quite well in the end from the session last week. I was sore afterwards for a good few days, but hopefully now I will have got the benefits of that workout, and hopefully it'll help me here tonight. And again, the idea over the next few weeks is that I progress my middle distance fitness, really. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, so that's me finished now. Very, very annoyed. The last one, my legs just went there at the corner, so I don't know what's going on. The first one was 90, the second one was 91, then 92, and then the last one was 99. So I just fell to the floor at the end. My legs just completely give in. 400 to go. I know I sound like I'm just complaining. It's just very, very annoying. I don't really know why that is. In the summer, the first three were slower, but the last one was like a 94 or 95 or something. So I thought I'd at least be able to dig out a 93, and I just didn't have it at all. So it's really, really frustrating. Don't know why. Don't know if it's too many hard sessions in succession for the last few weeks. Don't know. I think I'll leave it now 2 weeks until I do another session like that before the races. But it's really, really frustrating because I gave it everything in there. Probably looks like I give up, but I didn't give up. My legs just give up on me. I just couldn't negotiate with them to go any quicker, and sort of just collapsed onto the floor, as I said. So there's just nothing more there, and it's just really frustrating. I'm going to need to figure out why that's happening. So that's that. Okay, so finished the session there. Gotta do my cool down now. As I said, really disappointing finish there to the session. The first three had gone well, but I was feeling it at the end of each one, to be honest. And it's just one of those things that it didn't go quite as planned, but genuinely feel like I've been saying that a lot recently, so I'm getting a bit sick of hearing myself say that, to be truthful. And I think I wouldn't really be best advised to do something like that again for at least another 2 weeks, because the legs just didn't have it there, and I need to give myself a chance to rest. But I'm just not going to drop the mileage off or anything. I'll just drop the intensity down. Might do in a week's time maybe a session of hills or something, but it's probably not going to be that severe, and hopefully I just come back stronger from that. But as I said, it's very hard to put a finger on, because the session last week was good, was very good. That was just a disappointing finish, as I said. But it's one of those things. It's funny, it's a session of 2,400 meters, because it was 4 600s obviously, so the first 2,200 meters had gone really well, and it was just the last 200 meters that I dropped off. So it's like, the last 12th of the session, so it's just very annoying. Like the last 8-9%, I just couldn't really sustain that pace that I had held. So maybe it's one of those things that in a few weeks time I could do the exact same thing and I'd be stronger in the final 200. I think I looked at my watch going in, because my legs were that flat, and in the final bell, the final once I got 400 meters in, I saw that it just passed the 400 mark. It was 104, so I knew I'd done the lap at about 63, and I think that probably demotivated me a bit, but not to the extent, as I said, that I give up. I think I thought, like, right, I really need to dig in here, and my legs just kind of collapsed on me, and I just couldn't sustain the pace. And as I said, it's very, very frustrating. It is frustrating when I just feel like I'm better than that, but the results don't lie. At the minute I'm not better than that, and that's what happened. I'm not going to give excuses, because there's not any. It's just I'm not exactly where I want to be, but the proof will be in the pudding with the races, because on race day I'm going to need to sustain just less than 62 second laps to run around 350, so that's about 93 for those 600s that I should have been aiming for, and I sort of probably average not too far away from that. But as I said at the start, and I say these things at the start to hold myself accountable, and I don't edit anything out that I've said, just because the session didn't go well. I said that what I didn't want was to run a few 89s and a 90 and then a 95, so not only that, but I friggin' went and ran a 99 for the last 600, and that's no use to anyone. So really disappointing finish. I'll maybe feel differently about it tomorrow, and it is just one of those things. I think, again, it's not about excuses, but sometimes you have to ask yourself why things aren't going quite as you wanted them to go. And my legs too early on there probably felt a bit too heavy, and maybe that means that I'm doing a wee bit too much volume, and I need to try to identify exactly where it is that my training's going wrong, because something is going wrong when I'm not making as much progression as I think I should be. So although I say sometimes, and people say trust the process, that's true to an extent, but you know, as they say, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and I'm not doing the same thing over again. But if I keep doing these types of sessions and maybe doing them when I'm not 100%, or I've maybe had quite a tough week physically, maybe it's not the best idea to go and try to run your best ever session. Maybe that's unrealistic, I don't know. It might also just be I'm just a wee bit behind where I was in the middle of the track season. Maybe my general fitness is in a good place, but that speed endurance stuff isn't quite there yet. God knows, I don't know. But there'll be no hiding places on the 6th of January for the 800 and for the 15 on the 14th of January, and I really am looking forward to those. I think what my plan is now is I'll probably have another hard session or speed session in 2 weeks time. 2 weeks, probably tomorrow, and that'll probably be the last one before the race, but it won't be that, it'll be like 200s or something like that, but that's the plan. And yeah, I hope you all did enjoy the session. It actually was a good session up until that point, and I suppose the good thing about it is that I put myself in a place where I just literally did collapse on the floor at the end. I don't think it was on the video, but at least I was able to push myself, and at least I know I give it everything. So again, I think that's a good sign. That's a sign of your vitality when you can push yourself that much. It's just, as I said again, a disappointing end to what was a good session. So yeah, but onwards and upwards, no more complaints, just maybe an analysis and evaluation, and gonna get stronger and better. So thanks for tuning in.
Okay, so I hope you all liked that video. I hope you all enjoyed watching me push myself through the session, because I really did have to dig deep. And as you can see, the last 200 meters there was a bit disappointing. And I actually wanted to get the video of my reflection after the session done straight away, after the session had finished, because I wanted to show you all genuinely how I was feeling. And I probably came across as annoyed and disappointed there and frustrated, and that's because I was having all those feelings. And again, the idea of the channel is to inform other people as to what I'm doing, but also hopefully that can resonate with other people, because I'm sure I'm not the first person who's had a session and who has been disappointed after it, with it not having gone quite to plan. And that's something that's pretty normal when you're running, particularly when you're doing sessions where you're pushing yourself to the limit and you're setting yourself goals that you know are very hard to obtain, because it's not very exciting to set yourself goals that you know are really easy for you to accomplish. So the idea with these goals that I've set myself over the next month or so, being the 350 for the 1500 and around 155 for the 800, those are going to be really hard for me to accomplish, and those are goals that I don't know if I actually can achieve, and I don't know if I'm fit enough to achieve in the next month or so. But that's where the excitement comes from. And so those race specific sessions, which, as I've said before, I don't do a lot of, because if you do overload your body with those type of sessions, you will get injured. But those types of sessions are done at a time when you're getting close to a race, and in these sessions you really are pushing yourself to the limit. So sometimes you will fall a wee bit short of where you were hoping to get to, and that's something that's okay. Hopefully I'll be fitter and stronger now from having done that session, and the next time I go to do a session like that, I'll be a wee bit better because of it. And that's just all I need. The margins are pretty small. I was disappointed with how I finished, but at the end of the day, I was also about 150 to 200 meters from finishing a session really strongly, because the last 600 was 99, but I think I went through the 400. You could probably see in the video there if you wanted to count the seconds, but I think I went through the 400 in about 63. So that wasn't a blow up. It was just the last 200. Now, of course, in a 1500 meter race, it doesn't matter when you blow up. If you blow up the last 100 and you run the last 100 in 25 seconds, that's going to affect your time, and it doesn't matter what your 400 time was before that. But what I am saying is that I was quite close to the finishing point before my legs give in on me, and hopefully the next session I'll be able to get to the line, and I think that session will stand by me. I think I will keep getting stronger and faster. And you know what? if I don't, I'm going to need to look at things. But I do think I am in a decent place fitness-wise. And as I said before, the proof will be in the pudding. But I really am looking forward to these indoor races. The next few videos, I'm going to probably mix things up a bit. I think I am going to do a slightly different session this week. It will be a VO2 max session, but it will be less speed orientated and more distance focused and more endurance based. So hopefully you will all enjoy that. After that, I'm probably going to be documenting the races in January that I'm doing quite soon. There will be a video or two in between that, of course, but that might be on a slightly different topic than I've been doing recently, just to add a wee bit of variety to the videos. And also there are a couple of more topics that I would like to talk about, because I think that they could be informative for people and something that people might get a lot out of. And then in January, what I also do want to say is that I know I have spoken about this a few times, but I am going to get testing done. So I am going to get my, hopefully, threshold paces figured out, my actual threshold paces figured out, and rather than just the guesswork that I've been doing. And I'm going to get an idea of what my VO2 max is, and hopefully that'll just inform my training, but also inform you all as to how you could go about getting this testing done, and then what you can actually do with the information once you get it. So I think that's something that people will find helpful. But in the meantime, I just wanted to say to everyone that I hope you all have a really nice Christmas with your friends and your families, and just take care of yourselves. I hope you can keep up the training as much as you can. And I just wish everyone a safe and happy Christmas. And I'm looking forward to talking to you all next week. It probably will be after Christmas when I speak to you, but I will have a video up next week. It's just it might be after Christmas Day. But anyway, we'll be talking soon, and I'm going to keep these videos up each week, and I hope you all keep tuning in. Thanks again so much to everyone who has followed the channel so far, and to everyone who has supported, because I had a couple of goals before Christmas that I had set myself a month or two ago as to where I would like the channel to be at, and to be honest, those goals have actually been smashed, and the channel is just growing so much quicker than I probably anticipated I could at the start. So I'm so happy with that. But I have everyone out there who's been watching the videos to thank for that, and who's been writing really nice comments in the comments section, and to everyone who's been subscribing. It really does mean a lot to me, and I really do hope that I can continue helping people along the way in their own running journey, but also that I can motivate people to start running or to run more consistently. And again, hopefully people just enjoy following my journey and tuning in to see how I get along. But I just want to say again, a very happy Christmas to everyone, and I will see you all soon. But in the meantime, take care, and I hope you enjoyed the video. All the best. Bye.